Greetings, Doomers. Today I'm going to be talking about the Nuremberg laws, the discriminatory and chauvinistic racial laws underpinned by Nazi philosophy enacted in Germany in 1935. There's not much that I can say about them that hasn't already been said by someone else, but here are some interesting things to point out. The Nazi academic and political establishment was divided over the criteria for Aryanness and who qualified as one. In many cases, the criteria and classification was pretty arbitrary. Some counted Aryanics, others didn't, and considered us as mutts and mongrels, but the general consensus was that the Aryans are and were Nordic and Baltic, and that Aryanics during the lifetime of Cyrus and Zarathustra were indeed Aryan. This is true even today with modern neo-Nazis, but the notion of Aryanics being pure-blooded Aryans is, for the most part, true and verified by the most contemporary genetic research, but back in the 1930s, that sentiment would have been more unanimously shared by officials within the Pahlavi state. There was no sense of shared Aryan brotherhood between Germanics and Aryanics in the 1930s, not at a mainstream level at least. This was largely a facade and political ploy, specifically a geopolitical ploy of the time. More information on how there was no cordial or brotherly political relationship between the Pahlavi monarchy and Nazi Germany at all will be elaborated on in Iranian Legacy World War II. But for now, here's a quote from Abbas Milani's book about our last Shah. Quote, "For both the Nazis and the Allies, Iran held the key to wartime victory. Long before hostilities actually reached Iran, both camps launched a new charm offensive to endear themselves to Reza Shah. Germany began ingratiating itself with Reza Shah by offering him, amongst other things, the steel mill he obviously coveted. In 1936, the Hitler cabinet decreed that Iranians were exempted from the restrictions of the Nuremberg racial laws as pure-blooded Aryans. This cynical propaganda ploy in 1936 became, in 1941, a helpful tool for the government of Reza Shah and his son, Mohammad Reza Shah, to save Iranian Jews from the murderous Nazi machine. When the final solution began to turn the anti-Semitic Nuremberg laws into a license for genocide, Iran used, amongst other things, the 1936 decree to save Iranian Jews from the ovens of Auschwitz. Thousands of European Jews who received Persian passports were also saved." From Abbas Milani's The Shah, Chapter 6, pages 67 to 68. End quote. And this is where I end my dissertation. Thank you for watching.